Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we can discuss ALF, the animated series. So this is exactly what the title would have you believe, which is that this is more stories about ALF, except that it's a cartoon series instead of live action. However, there are kind of bookend segments where it's the live action ALF introducing the story, and then he also wraps up each story. So this takes place on Alf's homeworld, so it's all other aliens like Alf. It doesn't really tie in that much with the show, except that it does fill in some lore here and there. We get to see how Alf ended up, in these different situations that you hear about on the show, but there's not a lot of it, but there's enough of it to at least add a little bit of a bonus for people who really enjoyed the live action show. The animation looks pretty basic. It looks like a pretty typical like late 80s cartoon. I think it looks, cool and nostalgic. I really like this style of animation. It looks exactly like Alf Tales as well. So it's, not going to win any big visual awards, but I think it's like warm and nostalgic, so I appreciate it for that. The stories are pretty typical of what you would find in an 80s cartoon. It's kind of sitcom stuff and really basic, comedy and misunderstandings. And there's one where Alf has to figure out how to get feathers back on a bird, and then he loses his hair. So it's just kind of like wackiness. That Alf sense of humor is still there. I don't think it works as well as the original show, obviously, but it is a decent watch. And if you like Alf and you just want more of that sense of humor, or you want to learn a little bit more, find out more a little bit about the world that he came from, it's neat from that perspective. So I watched this as part of the Alf deluxe complete collection. This is just the disc set that has the animated series and Alf Tales and some of the bonus materials. But this box set, which I was sent for review, but it does not affect my review, from Shout Studios, is amazing. It's got every episode of Alf, every episode of Alf Tales, every episode of Alf the animated series, a bunch of extras, audio commentaries behind the scenes. It's got the Alf movie. This is like the definitive, like literally when it says like definitive, this is definitive. So definitely check it out if you're a fan of Alf. But as far as Alf the animated series, it's cheesy, it's fun, it's definitely 80s, and it's definitely Alf. So if you like Alf and his sense of humor, you'll probably find at least a little bit to like here. Anyway, that's my review of Alf the animated series. If you like this review, please do go to my website, markfusion.com, or go right here on YouTube to check out my movie review playlist. But until then, thank you for watching this one. I do greatly appreciate it, and hopefully I'll see you soon.